Hi, I'm Taylor, and in this vlog we're going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from, and I'm going back for the holidays. But I do want to take you some places in Pittsburgh because even though it's not the most popular city, there is a lot to do. So I'll take you to some things and point out other attractions because I've been to all of them, except this one. But actually, we're getting started right now. I usually film these intros in advance, but not today, so
please like and subscribe.
Let's go.
And we've arrived at the Pittsburgh International Airport,
which is one of America's oldest airports.
It was actually recently redesigned in 2025, and this is my first time seeing it, and wow, it is rearranged and different. Joe in the Juice is in a different location. I always go there.
This won't mean anything to you if you've never been to this airport, but the land side has been completely renovated, and if you've been here before the renovation, you will not recognize it. It's a whole different building. I feel like there is a convergence in styles. This is so European, and this is not the Rust Belt that I grew up in.
And if you're traveling to the city from the airport, you may just go through the Fort Pitt Tunnel, which if you've ever read or seen The Perks of Being a Wallflower, you may immediately recognize.
In this moment, I swear, we are infinite.
So we are in downtown Pittsburgh, and this is where a lot of the theaters are. If you come here for a musical, we just passed Heinz Hall there and the O'Reilly Theater behind me. But for our purposes, it's December, and we're going to see some Christmassy stuff. And so here we have the holiday markets, never a huge thing. I've actually done a few other holiday markets, one in Seattle more recently, and then also a year ago in Zurich. So you can check those out there if you're a fan of such things.
And look at all these wonderful souvenirs with Pittsburgh vernacular, also known as Pittsburghese, inat, and that, used to mean, etc. Yins, you guys, or y'all, just to name a few.
And Pittsburghese is a great segue to the food, which is another quick and easy way to experience Pittsburgh's idiosyncrasies. I would highly recommend, at least for the experience, stopping by Permani Bros. Permani Bros, which is a local chain featuring sandwiches that have French fries and coleslaw on them. And the original idea behind this is if you're a worker and you're going on your lunch break, you get everything, not just in one meal, but in one sandwich. And still popular today. Side note, I'm in my childhood home, so there is a lot of fun memorabilia, including these. Does anyone else have glass figurines in their home for no reason? Let me know in the comments. Regarding food, pierogies are also popular here due to Pittsburgh's large Polish immigrant community. Another fun Pittsburgh food is the Smiley Cookie, which can be found at the chain Eaton Park, which was originally founded in the Pittsburgh area. Also, if you want to find Pittsburgh food all in one place, I would highly recommend visiting this next neighborhood called the Strip District. The Strip District is one of Pittsburgh's many neighborhoods. It's located just northeast of downtown by the river. Historically, it's known for its factories and warehouses, but today it's known as a foodie haven. And we are here at the Strip District, which is a 1/2 mile strip of land filled with shopping. But up first, we're going to go to the church.
St. Stanislaus Kostka Parish sits in the middle of the Strip District. It is a Polish church that was founded in 1875 and has free visitation hours. And if you're not religious, it's a great stop for photos, to learn about the cultural history, or just romanticize a little.
So I'm currently on this part of the Strip District on Smallman Street, which if you go into these buildings, there are a lot of coffee shops as well as food places. And just look at that. The Strip District also has a Walk of Fame with stars for famous Pittsburgh names, including Andy Warhol, Michael Keaton, Rachel Carson, and others. There's also mini golf and a few other fun things that I will mention later. Pittsburgh is home to a number of museums, and up next we will see the Andy Warhol Museum, and this museum is the largest museum in the United States dedicated to a single artist. So if you're interested in Andy Warhol, this is a must-see. Either way, I think it does have a lot of variety, but if it's not really your thing, another museum to consider is the Carnegie Museum of Art, which is an art museum, and it's up next. And if you only choose to go to one museum, I would highly recommend the Carnegie Museum of Art just because it is the biggest. It has so much diversity in the paintings. It's also located in Oakland, which is home to other museums like the Museum of Natural History, and I'll just show you a few more things here. And if you would like to see a uniquely Pittsburgh museum, I would highly recommend the Heinz History Center,
which is a big immersive museum. It's a maze-like in that you walk through the the exhibits and you can learn about catch-up history, sports history, war history, and all these other rotating topics.
If you Google Pittsburgh, you're very likely to see photos of Pittsburgh from this very angle, which was taken from Mount Washington. Which brings us to Pittsburgh's top attraction. The most interesting way to get to Mount Washington is up the Duquesne Incline, which is a funicular, which is a contraption that takes passengers up and down the hill. And if you want to know more about funiculars, I've actually already covered them in my Georgia and Switzerland vlogs, so there's that. And once you're at the top, you have the best view of the city, and you can see Pittsburgh's three rivers, which is what Pittsburgh's known for, its bridges and its rivers. And if you would like to forego this rickety, generally unsafe feeling incline shebang, I would recommend seeing Pittsburgh from the Point State Park, which is beautiful, especially in the summer. Another unique tourist experience that Pittsburgh has to offer is the Nationality Rooms, which is in the Cathedral of Learning building on the University of Pittsburgh's campus. The Cathedral of Learning is a Gothic-style university building standing at 535 feet high, and it's actually one of the tallest university buildings in the world. And we are here today because they have Nationality Rooms, which you can tour. Also, and I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but the main floor of the Cathedral of Learning kind of looks like the Great Hall from Harry Potter. Like, this is peak university vibes. I did have a class in here one summer, but the class was way, way, way upstairs. This is a very tall building, so it was in the non-themed, non-fun floors, but it's still cool just to be in this building.
Like, look at this. We're just walking up a little passageway. Like, where are we? Seriously. But yeah, only the first, second, and third floors are in this style. It's great for studying. It can get really crowded, but not right now because it's a Sunday in December right before New Year's Eve. Ugh. Look at that.
The Nationality Rooms celebrate cultural heritage through intricately curated classrooms themed with a country's traditional decoration. And the attention to detail and design is so good.
They offer both guided and self-guided tours. You do have greater access with the guided tour, but you can see a lot regardless. And this is just a cool building, but the hours are also irregular, so be sure to check online in advance before showing up. So that was a lot. There were like 31 rooms. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. And before we go, I have two final things to show you. The first is a hidden gem popular with the locals, and the second is a hidden gem so hidden I literally haven't even seen it yet, and I'm from here, so. The first hidden gem is located in the Strip District, which we already visited, and it's a bland-looking building on the corner of 17th Street and Penn Ave. And there's a line, Wholey Fish Market. Let's go inside. And here we are at the fish market. I will say that this is a real hidden gem because it really is just a normal market, but it has all different types of fish. And if that's your thing, then you probably want to pick something out. They have great fish sandwiches, and it's an immersive environment, which I love. And I just wanted to show it to you because it's right in the middle of the Strip District, but I don't really see it on any of the Pittsburgh tourism sites. So seriously, this place is like a maze, and it really reminds me of the English market that I went to in Cork, Ireland. So if you want to romanticize anything, it's this fish market in the Strip District in Pittsburgh. Also, I should say that it's way more than just fish. There's other meats, fruits, vegetables, frozen food, whatever that is. The final hidden gem is a proper tourist attraction, but it's located about an hour and change south of Pittsburgh, so it's not actually located in Pittsburgh at all. But if you're coming all the way out to Western Pennsylvania, what's another hour and change? Today we're going to Frank Lloyd Wright's most famous residence, Fallingwater. Some notes: the only way to see the house is through a guided tour. You can also pay that much just to go onto the grounds and have a guided tour of the grounds. Make sure to arrive early for your tour. Also, if you have a bigger bag, you will have to check that in a locker or leave it in your vehicle. And you might also want to arrive early because this is what the surrounding area looks like. Kind of cool. There's a cafe and a restroom. Fallingwater is one of the most famous houses in the world and was designed by architect Frank Lloyd Wright in 1935. It was originally built for the Kaufman family and was intentionally designed to blend nature and architecture. I went on a walking tour of the house and grounds, and there was no video allowed in the house, so this next section is all photos. Some fun notes about the house. Wright did not care for the owner's desires whatsoever. He had a vision and he followed through with it. He didn't like any clutter and he prioritized design over function. Also, the set budget for the house was $35,000, but he expanded on the design, so it came out to be almost $150,000 in then dollars, but in today's dollars, it would be over $3 million. Unfortunately, there were no photos allowed upstairs, which is weird because this whole house was stunning. Also, the hallways were very narrow and I loved all of the rooms. Also, you should know that it's more than just a house. There are these grounds that also include a guest house, which is connected by this covered pathway, and a pool. Pretty cool. Worth a visit, but, you know, kind of far away. So that was a lot, but there's so much more to see in this low-key underrated city, like the Science Center, the aviary, the zoo, etc. But we can't cover it all. And before I go, I just want to share a few more tips and recommendations to make your Pittsburgh trip a little smoother. Consider renting a car because Pittsburgh's not very walkable at all. Yes, there are buses and there's a small subway in the downtown area, but a lot of the things are spread out. Also, if you are coming in to the airport, please note that the airport is a bit further away from the city. So again, you can rent a car, you can take a Lyft or an Uber, or you can take the 28 Flyer, which is a bus that takes passengers directly from the airport to different parts of the city. It's good, it's convenient, but it's a long trip with a lot of stops, so plan accordingly. And if you're a foodie, Pittsburgh does have a fun food scene, especially along South Craig Street, which is in Oakland. I would also recommend Pamela's Diner for breakfast and Burgatory for, and I can't stress this enough, rich and decadent milkshakes. Oh my goodness. And burgers that will send you to the cardiologist, but I digress. And if you're traveling to Pittsburgh for general sightseeing, just stay downtown. People will recommend all sorts of neighborhoods, including Oakland and the North Shore, which is fine. But if you're just a tourist looking for the main things, just stay downtown. It's easier, it's central, just do it. And if you are looking to get some Pittsburgh souvenirs, I would highly recommend coming to Penn Ave, which is in Strip District. And they have a lot of shops right along the street where you can get Pittsburgh merch. So what do you think of Pittsburgh? Have you been? What did you do? What did I miss? Let me know your thoughts because I have a lot of complex thoughts on Pittsburgh. I'm showing you Pittsburgh in 2025, but I've been here in the 90s and a lot has changed. Pittsburgh is the Rust Belt. Historically, it was the Rust Belt. But today, when I show you all of these things, it feels very different, very new, and not at all rusty. So I have mixed feelings on this city, on this area, and I want to know what you think. Either way, I would love it if you could like, comment, and subscribe and hype this video. All of these things super much help me, and I want to continue making vlogs, and I'll be totally honest, my motivation is kind of falling off right now. So I'd really appreciate it. And even if not, as always, thanks for joining.